Hello, hello, hello! My name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to my first game in the K-91-2. Or well, we're not yet in the first game because we are doing it live. Means F it, we're going live, or we're doing it live. I don't remember the quote of the famous personality in live television. Anyway, I said I already did one game, or my first game will be this one. That is not the case, because I just did one game for the German version of this video, and it went okayish, like DPG-wise, peak, but we lost. So, I already have a little bit of experience with the K-91-2, so I already know what I can roughly expect and what I can work with. When it comes to this tank, it is being sold right now for credits, and theoretically, credits is an amazing thing because you can grind it. It's not like real life money you actually have to pay for. It's not like the Waffenträger auf I-100 where you literally had to buy it. Like, there is no other way to get this tank other than having invested money in this game. I think because this is a very close range map, I am taking the HB. The gun handling with stabilizer is already not that good. So I believe we're going to have very poor gun handling right now. And that indeed is the case. The thing is, Wargaming kind of said that this tank is supposed to be a sniper tank, which also makes sense when we're going to have a look afterwards at the damage model. Like, you will see the damage model is pretty meh. Depending what the bat shot is spotting, yep. We are definitely not gonna go onto the hill, but I can still try to maybe get one or two shots into these two fellas over here. Nope, this guy doesn't want to peek, and the Burask doesn't want to peek either. We don't get a shot onto the cupola of the 1 in 103. And now we can already go away. I hope the Centurion is not blocking us, because, yep, thank you. As you can already see, the M103 is shooting heat, and this is the weak spot, and it is this big, so there's no point in us even trying to trade there. Already this play, which I did right there, was a mistake on my side, which I should not have done in the end. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was thinking of the words I wanted to say, and suddenly there's a Cheezor, the tank, over there. And the problem... Oh, nice D-track. The thing is, I'm not sure if I'm actually spotted or not. I think I'm not spotted. Which is great, though, because he's dead, and it looks like I indeed was not spotted. Now, let's see what we can do. The thing is, you already have seen 6 seconds reload time. Oh, sounds pretty okay. And the gun, the shells are really fast. Like, we have 250... Ooh. We have 250 milli... Ah, hello, Mr. Slema. Are you going to really YOLO me now? Angle, 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 angle. And we still lost quite a lot of damage, and a Scorpion G back there is shooting at us. That is unfortunate. We lost way too much hit point there from the Slema. Or I know it's called Selma. Or Shelma, I think, because of this little roofy thingy. But we do have an issue right now. There's a Scorpion G behind us, which you cannot spot, because as you could see, we don't have the view range. So this is why I tried to now... That will be dangerous. Pull away. But... compared to the other game was actually fairly interesting because it actually wasn't a ruffle stomp in super quick gaming experience. This one is a ruffle stomp, and I will most likely die very, very, very shortly because this guy is going to push around here. He still has full HP, and I can do nothing about it. I still tried to run away, but there's a Burask now. Maybe I can shoot on the move. I cannot because the gun handling is very poor, thanks to me running hit points. And... you did see, we do not have a lot of hit points, actually. Which is, yeah, kind of bad. Now there's an IS-22, which is anybody going to shoot at him? Nicely, he missed for us. M103 is coming behind me, and this is game over. So, like, that's it. That's a live gameplay. That's what you would expect when you see me stream the game, you know? And shit happens. I gladly leave the video link to my German video in there as well, so maybe you're interested in it to play, but that is most likely what you're going to see or what you're going to expect from this tank. I might even go as far as saying you might don't even want to take turbo with you. The tank is not particularly fast. Don't get me wrong, it's not fast. But You saw how atrocious the gun handling was. And yes, please, in the comments, you can make the argument that I played too aggressive with the tank. Absolutely. However, this map, not only does it not yield itself to sniper tanks, the K-91-2 is basically very out of meta already. Like, I might even say it is dead on arrival. Yes, cope, raging cope, 1 second. You have to cope a little bit, 1 second. Let me get my copium. I've coped. It is a little bit of out of meta. And that's very easily to explain why. It only has 300 alpha damage. That's it. Currently, the meta, and I already discussed it quite a lot in my streams, the meta is very favorable towards high alpha tanks, which the K-91-2 is not. The K-91-2 would have been great 3, 4, 5 years ago. But now it's completely out of the meta. And you can see that tanks with good high DPM and good armor can still perform. Well done to the Tortoise, and actually well done to the M1 of Ro. Like, you rolled our team. But this one was one of the worst games, or the bad games, obviously, because not only were we very slow, we simply were not able to do anything really, because our team folded like a house of cards. 4 minutes 30 seconds, so this is really not a good game to showcase the tank's strengths, because you know, there is a very unique meme. You might remember it, and I'll quickly search it because I have it sent to somebody already when we were discussing this tank. This tank reminds me very, very, very easily, or very well, of this meme right here. But let's just quickly scoot over to this scene. This one is the perfect meme which explains the K-91. Who wants to have a balanced premium tank? Who wants to play a balanced premium tank? That's the meme. That's literally the K-91 explained. So this is a little bit sad. Here we are comparing it to the E50, because in the previous game the E50 kind of effortlessly was able to outplay me, thanks to it having a smaller turret size. It was more nimble, more armored, has higher alpha. And yes, we do have better DPM compared to the E50. And technically we have better pen, yeah, that's true. But that's about it. Yes, the mobility is also better because the ground resistances of the E50 are kind of sucky-wacky. But the K-91, that's it. The main problem stands here with the armor model. You can see everything is green. And that's with standard ammunition. Surely you can go hull down, but the armor doesn't work either. So then now you're being forced to play sniper. You saw that if you do not invest fully into your gun's accuracy, aka stabilizer, and potentially even improved aiming unit, the gun behaves incredibly poorly. Like, without a stabilizer, you could see it was basically unplayable. And this is thanks to this absolutely atrocious gun handling stats. Something which you wouldn't expect to see from a tank which only has 300 alpha. You might even go as far as saying it could have 480 alpha and the gun handling would be fairly similar. Like, this is the fun story, look at this. The turret traverse accuracy is so much worse than that on the Felice. Yes, the Felice has worse accuracy on the move, but then again, you have a 480 alpha gun, not 300. So now, the question which stands is, currently I think the competitive bid is around 23-25 million. Obviously, if you're a whale and you have a lot of credits, up to you. I personally, 100% would not invest into this vehicle. Yes, credits are easily achievable. But the K-91 has a few tricks up its sleeves, which makes it harder to make credits with. Point number one. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Excuse me. Point number one. Each round costs 950 credits. And you shoot reasonably fast. But in certain situations, you should also use Premium rounds. The premium rounds cost 4,800 per shot. So, even though this game was quick and it is a premium tank, thanks to the repair cost of the tank, which is pretty high, and me having used rations, which I usually always do, we lost credits. If we would have bought the rations on discount, we would have made 9,000 credits. That is very, very little. And if I remember correctly, I didn't shoot any premium rounds. The other game, just as a reference point for you as well, the other game we had, we did 3,700 damage, which is great, right? And we did 107,000 credits with a 15,000% bonus here. 15,000 percent, that would be insane. 15,000 credit bonus. But I still only did 38,000 credits. Yes, it would be a little bit more if we would remove these. But then again, I don't know. It doesn't really strike me as a good credit grinder. And I have to be honest, if you invested in the Christmas boxes and get the ZT159, you don't need another tier 9 premium. Because this one has a gimmick. It is very strong. It can get into position quickly. It has 440 alpha. It has a great DPM. Its gun handling is adequate to its alpha damage. There is no point in a K-91-2. And it's a little bit sad because it is a balanced tank. It could have a little bit better gun handling, absolutely. But it's a balanced tank. And it's great that it's being sold for credits, but it's completely overpriced. So, I was yapping quite a lot now. So, I don't know. Did I made it easier for you? Did I made it worse for you? Should I have played one more game? I feel like I just want to do a one-shot for you guys and then yap about what I think about this tank after now 2 games. Is 2 games enough to judge a tank? No, it's like judging a book by its cover. However, with the stats we already have, I am able to make an estimate, and I'm pretty confident in saying that this tank is not going to be good. And it's not going to be worth 30 million credits. That's just it. I still want to say, I did back in the day say that the Leopard 1 changes to 420 alpha would be a mistake, and I was also saying at the beginning that I don't like the Borask. In both cases, I was wrong. So maybe I'm wrong with this one as well. But judging with what other CCs said and other CCs wrote, and what some super testers told me, because obviously this tank is now out of NDA for them, so they can tell me what they think about this vehicle, they agree. It's not worth it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you should do more of these games. Yes, it was a bad one. I also leave the link to the German video there. Maybe you're interested to see how this tank will perform in a decent game. It was also a much longer game, right? So yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is RagingRaptor, and I see you around. Cheers, guys!